Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and yes, this is me again, and I'm in the Grille this time, the tier 5 German SPG, and we're on North Spawn of Mines. So you know where I'm going, don't you? Yep. It's almost inevitable. Inevitable. And we're off. Oh look, there's a duck. It's a bath duck. It's the big rubber duck. Yep. Off to Nigel's spot to cause absolute mayhem to the enemy. Okay. And we've got our first victim turning up. And I've extended the aim. And I'm ready to shoot. First target's arriving. And we've got a T-28 aiming at his rear. Rounds out. I smack him in the rear for 181. But it's not enough to kill him. But there is another enemy coming up the hill right now. So hopefully I'll get sight of him very shortly. And there we do a shell camera shot, and I take out the T-28. I hope you enjoyed that. It's a bit disconcerting when you see it the first time. You think, oh my god, what's going on? And I'll see if I'll do a shell camera on the Marder. I think I probably do. Watch out. Hold on to your seats. And that's the end of the Marder. So that's 2 kills. See how powerful Nigel's spot is. It is literally lethal. Okay, that KV-1 got a kill. But is he about to get a shell from me? Probably. Hello! And the shell goes in. So it hits the target, but it was unsighted at the time, so I don't know how much damage I did. Now, I can see some of the places in the enemy's rear, and I know that there's an enemy tank behind that rock. But I can't see him at the moment. Because I can see a shell coming out and a shell going in. So I fire a shell in, and hopefully that did some damage to whoever was behind that rock. But then we suddenly noticed there's some enemies much, much closer. Okay, T-46. Are we going to do another shell camera? I hope so. Here we go. Hold on to your seats. And that's another one down. 3 kills. It's very, very exhilarating after a while. You go, oh my god, I'm flying through the air. And it's an STV-31, 39. Now he's behind that building. That's going to be a difficult shot. And off we go. Oh, it landed next behind him. Oh dear, that was disappointing. I thought I was going to get him there. Now, I could knock the building down. That would take away his cover and allow the M4 that's on the hill to have a shot at him. We're 2 tanks down at the moment. But I see that tree go down, so I know that the ST is moving. The question is, where is he going? I fire a shot in. And no joy. Nothing there. So I go back to the building went down. The wall went down just below, just next to that tree at the bottom. And I didn't spot that at the time. I've spotted it now. So I knocked the building down just in case he was still behind there. But no joy. I can see the SAU-40 now. And I can just about get a shell into him from there. If he backs up a bit more, he's dead duck. And shell goes out. Oh, and he's taken out anyway. He's killed by the Panzer S-35 on our team. And he's actually on the island, would you believe it? We've managed to defeat most of the enemy on the island. So we've just got that KV-1's in the donut. The ST-39, and I knocked down the remainder of that building just if he's behind it. I don't think he is. I think he's actually behind the building closer to the plateau. There he is. He's turned up at last. We can see him. Now, can he see me? Because he's about 400 meters away from me. So will he show when I fire? Or does he get taken out by one of the other team players? I'm on 3 kills so far. And we don't know where that KV-1's got to. We can see an Excelsior's on the island, so he's possibly threatening me if he comes across the island. And we've lost the Crusader. So that Excelsior could turn up at any second. So I go to shotgun mode, expecting that I'm going to have to kill him by shotgun. And an AMX appears. Okay, he's making his way, and he stops for a second. That became maybe a fatal error. And ground out. And that kills the AMX. 4 kills. Now, can I get some more? I'm expecting that Excelsior to cross the island, but I know the M4 is defending me. He's on the plateau at the back. Now, if he can spot the Excelsior, he'll put a shell into him. But it's just me and the M4 versus the Excelsior and the KV-1. And he takes him out! And I was not spotted, so this is good news. This means that the only enemy remaining is the KV-1. And he's in the donut, as far as we know. So, being very cautious, I decide that I'm going to go and take their cap. Because I don't think the KV-1's going to still be there. And even if he is still there, I'm pretty certain that will tell the M4 where he's got to go in the battle. I'm constantly aware whilst I'm doing this, just in case the KV-1 does turn up out of nowhere. I don't know if I've got 6th sense on this yet. I think I probably don't. So we're going to go across the southern island, right to the edge, and then cut across the bottom all the way to the enemy cap. Using the terrain to mask my approach. Meanwhile, the M4 is staying. He says he's on 1 shot. Got 1 shell left. Or rather, that he is a 1 shot. Not that he's got 1 shell left, rather. He doesn't have much health. Still not spotted the KV-1. M4 is making his move. Looks like he's going to cross the island too. And the KV-1's been spotted. Okay, KV-1's been spotted. I extend my aim. I'm going to try and take a shot at him. Trying to get it to dial in. I fire around him where I think he is. The M4 is now using the ravine, or the riverbank rather, to avoid being seen by the KV-1. Now the KV-1 doesn't know where I fired from, because obviously, unless of course, because back then they didn't have shell direction indicators, so you didn't know where you were hit from. You just knew you were hit. That's all. Okay, the M4 has got to the bottom, the south of the hill. So he's on our side of the map. Now, all I need to do is get over to the cap. But I'm staying where I am just in case the KV-1's spotted, and then I can put a round into him. This narrow arc on the Grille is a real pain because it means you get reticule bloom very, very easily. And even with a gun lane drive and a rammer, which this Arty both has. Right, okay, we now know he's in the cap, and my job is to get into the cap as quickly as possible, whilst M4 will go and spot for me, and then I'll shoot the KV-1 from the other end of the map. All that M4 has to do is find the KV-1, and then I can shoot him. So I'm now capping. Okay, he can't make it back in time if he was to come out of the cap. And M4 got a reset. I'm going to try and put a shell into him too. Reticule bloom, rounds out. And it lands near, but I don't think it does any damage. He has left the cap though. And we now know that he is not capping. I am capping. I'm ahead of him. We will cap out before him regardless. It's now just a question of M4 killing the KV-1 or telling me where the KV-1 is. I fire a round in directly where the KV-1 was last seen. Still no sign. Okay, I decide to relocate to the other side of the cap, as far away as possible. So even if he was to make his way back within sight of the hill where the cap's located, he's not going to be able to see me because I'm on the wrong side of it. And I'm in the dip. Now I'm assuming that he's coming across the island. And I'm looking for M4 to tell me where he is. We're 25 seconds away from capping out. This is very tense. If M4 can spot him, I can shoot him. But I can't see him. And there's M4, finds him. Finds him. And I move around and adjust the aim. And M4 shoots the KV-1. 3, 2, 1. And we cap out. And KV-1 has lost. We've won. But that's not the full story. Because even though the M4 was killed, something amazing happened. Yes, it was a second-class tanker. I got a bruiser medal for 5 critical hits, module damages, or crew incapacitations. I got a fighter medal because I got 4 kills. But the amazing thing that happened was nobody ever saw me during the battle. They felt my shells, but they never saw me. I got a Raider Invader. So I made my way to the cap from Nigel's spot. No one ever saw me except my own team. And I capped out to win, and we won the battle. So Arty does win sometimes by being very, very stealthy. So let's have a look at the score. I didn't come top on score. The M4, who did a fantastic amount of work in that battle, should be congratulated. And I did thank him afterwards. He received 1,502 hit points. I got 1,088. He got 6 kills. I got 4. He got 1,018 XP. I got 721. I fired 16 rounds, 5 direct hits, 5 penetrations, 3 splash, damage of 1,088 hit points, and I damaged 5 enemy vehicles, killed 4 of them, and I got 100 capture points. On a premium account, I earned 26,307 credits. After resupply of ammunition, I had 18,227 credits. I earned base XP of 1,082 on a premium account, and that was ×2 for the first victory of the day, so I took home 2,164 experience points in total. So I hope you enjoyed that. Not only the fact that we had the Raider Invader and we managed to win the battle, but also those shell cameras. It can be a bit disconcerting, and we don't really have it at the moment, as far as I'm aware, on the current update of Battle Assistant. But it can be quite thrilling to follow the shell in and see the target explode right before your eyes. So I hope you enjoyed this replay. Please do give it a like if you did, and subscribe to our channel, please, because it helps the members to receive more back from our efforts. And hopefully I can see you in the next replay.